Well, there we go. It is October 9th, and I'm down to 110.5 kilos. That's almost 25 pounds since August 25th. And the people who are fit and healthy all said, congratulations. What are you doing? I'm doing this. They're like, wow, outstanding. Yeah, that's exactly what you're supposed to do. Unfortunately, fat people normally don't like the information. Oh, my doctor said, and well, I have this excuse, and well, yeah, it's an excuse. If you want to stay fat, stay fat. No big deal. You're not going to be as healthy. You're going to suffer from knee problems, other joint problems, probably back problems. And you're going to try to fix it with surgery when all you had to do was fix it with, like, your hand over your mouth. You watch my post, you're not going to get a sickly sweet Richard Simmons story. Sorry, I'm not Richard Simmons. I'm me, and I'm right in your face, all right? You're watching this happen, okay? I did it before when I was 30, and people said, well, because you were 30. Well, now I'm doing it because I'm 50. Sorry, my wife is first. Not me or this or you or anything else, sorry. God, and then my wife, and then kids. That's also a big help, but that's another story for another day. So, where was I on the fat excuses thing? Yeah, if you want to make excuses, don't. Be comfy being fat, and that's fine. You're fat shaming. Well, you call me an anti-masker too, and how little thou knowest of me. I can't really talk too much about that stuff because I don't want YouTube to zap my video, but I respect private property, so I will wear a mask on private property. Look, we have opinions, right? Doctors have opinions. Let's say you're diagnosed with cancer here, and this other doctor says, no, it's actually just this. Which opinion do you take? You want to be a little more conservative, think it's cancer, go through that? Or do you want to be a little more risky and say, hey, this doctor probably has a thing going on, and the cure is less invasive, less da-da-da-da-da. All right? Well, the doctors with whom I have spoken to face-to-face who've told me there's no reason for masks. So I don't wear them outside. But like I said, when I'm on private property, okay, I frequent 2 businesses that ask that you wear masks. It's their dirt. Once you pass their door, you do what the hell they tell you. Or go shop somewhere else. I don't know why this is so hard for people. But other than that, I told you to tell this. You're fat shaming. Well, no, I'm not. I'm telling you the truth. See, a lot of people, fat shaming to me is when they don't tell you how big and fat you look and why your ankles are cankles, okay? And why your heart rate is up and why you have hypertension, all right? You want to kick Corona. The thing to have done probably, oops, I said it. The thing to have done probably was to start losing weight like I did. Bring those levels down. Get that diabetes back in check. You may not have been diagnosed by it, but if you're constantly on insulin overload, bro, or sis, you guys are in deep doo-doo. Lose the weight. I'd feel absolutely fabulous. And look, I drink coffee. Stuff's awesome. Listen. I saw a coffee connoisseur do that. It like foams, and it's like, oh, it's so delicious. That's the way to drink your coffee. You sound French, but still, it's great. No offense, je suis français. Okay, so 110.5 kilos. What am I doing? I'm not doing anything different than I have been doing. Look at my other videos. I'm eating my liquado. So every day, here's about what I eat. I have a spoonful of oats, a spoonful of this stuff called amaranto. You need to get that, okay? A spoonful of almonds, a spoonful of peanuts, kind of a spoonicito of chocolate, because I like chocolate, half a banana, a little pinch of sugar, because I like a little sugar, a little bit of vanilla, a little bit of cinnamon. Stay away from nutmeg. God, that stuff is tragic. I actually made a joke that I was going to start like a challenge, but I'm like, no, that's evil. People will die from that. Oh, lo and behold, some retard did that. They started the nutmeg challenge, and some guy like mixed a whole bottle of this stuff with his protein drink. You can look that story up on YouTube. There's a doctor, and he explains kind of what happens. Very, very bad news. Stay away from nutmeg, really. So anyway, I whir that up in a blender, and that's breakfast. And then for lunch, like I said, I'll eat an apple or a piece of fruit. That'd be 11 o'clock in the morning, right? My liquado's about a little over an hour after I wake up, so maybe 9:30ish. And yeah, I sleep. You have to sleep. Sleep's good. Love sleep. And then for dinner, instead of the normal, like I would just pile it on and eat till I was like, gosh, I can't even make my fat face anymore. I would just eat, and I cut it back to just one portion, everything. A scoop of rice instead of like 2 or 3 scoops of rice. If I want to drizzle a little soy sauce on there, or the sauce that we made for dinner, say enchiladas, and instead of eating 4, I will eat 2. No Cokes, no sodas. I do that on the weekend. But I'm like needing it less and less. It's kind of weird. And then I have pig out weekend, right? Like Friday, like here, this is I'm actually going out with Isabel here. We're going to eat a gordita over at a place. Friday I eat, Saturday I eat, Sunday I eat, but I'm finding I can't eat anymore. I mean, I eat and my stomach's full. I'm like, done. Okay, cool. It was like birthday week, so we had cakes and things. So you can take a little piece of cake, and I mean little, like an inch square, and then take 3 or 4 bites of it, chew it. If you have to swish it around your mouth, get all that deliciousness. Oh, and another thing, whatever it is you're making, if you bake at home, whatever the heck the American recipe says, please cut the sugar in half. Trust me, cut it in half. The Americans have a sickly sweet palate, which I lost in Mexico. I make these Toll House cookies in a pan, right? And it says to add like 1.5 cups of sugar. Jesus, no. Holy crap. For about an inch thin by a 9 by 12 or whatever the heck it is. Yeah, it's about 9 by 12. No way, dude. That is a lot of bloody sugar. So I cut that down to 3/4, and it's half brown and half white. So, of course, my white sugar always feels a little guilty. Sorry. Little like 2020 humor there. Sorry. So back on it. So, and then after dinner, I'll take my nap. Maybe half an hour. If I'm really feeling good, I'll take an hour nap. What the heck? Who cares? And then getting up, I'll eat maybe the other half of the banana, if I still have it, that I didn't put in my liquado. I'll grab some peanuts, some almonds. Maybe I'll drink, if we make fresh water that day, I'll drink maybe a cup of that. It's not a big deal. It's 50 calories. It's a big deal. And then for dinner, lately I've just been having a little sandwich. 2 pieces of white bread. Yeah, Bimbo or Wonder or whatever they have anymore up there. Oh, I take the wheat. No, don't. Wheat bread is horrible for you, and I want you to read your menus. Wheat bread adds an awful lot of sugar. I want you to grab the healthiest bread you think you have, and I want you to look at the label, and then I want you to grab regular old ridiculous white bread, and I want you to compare carbs, and I want you to compare the actual sugar content. Oh, but it has fiber. Yeah, but you're going to get diabetes, so it's not going to matter. Okay? You can't steal from Peter to pay Paul. It's called conservation of energy. It's a physics law. You can't beat it. Right? So, or I'll have egg in it, or maybe a piece of ham. Ham's a little salty lately for me. Piece of cheese. Cheese sometimes gets a little salty, but I still think it's delicious. A little mustard. Add a little more salt. But my water retention's nothing now. My ankles, I haven't had a cankle in 3 weeks. 3 weeks I haven't had a cankle. It was always like the left side, but that's my dominant leg, and I've looked it all up, and I've looked everything up, and if there's any issues at all with too many cankles, it's because you have right side heart. It's beginning to fail. So you need to fix that up, and it'll come back. Everything comes back. The human body is actually really good at repairing all the damage you do to it with your failure to discipline yourself. And that's what I'm eating. And if you wanted to measure all the ingredients and the phyto this and the super that's and the whatevers, my nutrient level's absolutely awesome. I'm starting to trap now. I think 90. The last time I had this little thingy you put on your finger. 97%, but I live at 6,000 feet. All right, so we technically don't have all the oxygenation. Like if I were at the beach right now, I'd probably blow 150% oxygenation on that thing. Like I'd have to breathe like this, and then an hour later. But here at 6,000 feet, trust me, it's a little crankier. And when it gets hot, trust me, there's a thing called density altitude. It's as if you were at 14,000 feet. Hey, if the plane thinks it needs that, if the plane thinks it's that altitude when it has to take off, your lungs thinks it's that altitude. Nice long video today. Good. Well, I hope you guys enjoy my delivery and all my scolding. I don't like the word call out anymore either. I just scold people. Screw it. Scold and punish. Beat the hell out of, whatever. Hey, I had a wooden stick broken over me. That's why I'm not out riding and burning things down. I didn't say that. Plus in Mexico you can't burn anything down anyway. It's all concrete. And you wind up impaling yourself on one of our metal gates. So you can't even get to our houses, all right? And even if you could get to the house, you throw a cocktail on it. It's just we'll probably roast marshmallows with it and say thank you for the added heat. We appreciate it. And Mexicans just aren't selfish, scornful, whatevers anymore. We have a spoiled brat mentality in the United States, and those spoiled brats are approaching 40 years old. Shame on you, Gen X. I know I'm Gen X, and I know what you've done. You totally didn't want your kids being abused like you were. You missed that. It's not abuse at all. So, coffee's getting cold here. I started August 25th. It is now October 9th. I have dropped just about 25 pounds. If you take away the initial 10 pounds, that's perfect. It's a third pound a week. A third pound, I believe, a day. And that comes out to almost, times 7. Third times 7, 2.1. That's about 2.1 pounds per week, which, according to doctors I know who are really good at this, say that's perfectly fine. Kilo a week. My ultimate goal is just to hit 100. And by then I should have a pretty good habit formed. I'll be 20 pounds lighter than this even. So, I'm big boned. Okay. All right, guys. Well, till next week. Can't think of anything else. I'll think of 100 things when I get off here. And I really just like rambling about stuff. I did. I had Venganza de Moctezuma. I had the Montezuma's Revenge this week. Now, I don't know if it was the little prickly ball virus or what. Sometimes they claim that'll give you some problems. Started Friday. By Sunday, I dry heaved once. I think it might be rodents. Because you live in Mexico and drink the water. No, idiot. I've been in Mexico for 12 years. This is the first time I got sick. Jerk. Racist. Or nationalist. Or whatever you want to call it. Anyway. Sometimes you'll get a bug here and there. And then I drink this stuff called Yakult. Maybe one day I'll show it to you. Look it up. It's a really cool thing. Got a lot of lactic bacteria in it. Toss one of those once a day. Recommend the blue. It's the big 40. And it's for 40 plus people like us. It's got lots of really good bugs in it. And that'll shape you right up. All right, guys. We will talk with you next week. Life is good. Au revoir. À bientôt. Bisous, bisous.